You look lovely tonight, Lady Stark. Widowhood becomes you. Your bed must be lonely. Is that why you came? I'm not at my best, but I think I can be of service. Yeah. Slip out of that gown and we'll see if I'm up to it. I do like a violent woman.
I will kill you tonight, sir. Pack your head in a box and send it to your sister.
Well, let me show you how. Hit me again, over the ear, and again and again. You're stronger than you look. It shouldn't take long.
That is what you want the world to believe, isn't it? That you don't fear death.
But I don't, milady. The dark is coming for all of us. Why cry about it?
Because you are going to the deepest of the 7 hells if the gods are just.
What gods are those? The trees your husband prayed to? Where were the trees when his head was getting chopped off? If your gods are real, and if they're just, why is the world so full of injustice?
Because of men like you.
There are no men like me. Only me.
When my son was 5, he said to me, I don't ever want to die. I wanted to say to him, you won't, child, you won't ever. I hated the idea of him lying awake in the dark, afraid. I think mothers and fathers made up the gods because they wanted their children to sleep through the night.
I've always been a terrible priest. Drank too much rum. Fucked all the whores in King's Landing. It's a terrible thing to say, but by the time I came to Westeros, I didn't believe in our Lord. I decided that all the gods were stories we told the children to make them behave. So I wore the robes, and every now and then I'd recite the prayers. It was just for show. A spectacle for the locals. Until the mountain drove a lance through this one's heart. I knelt beside his cold body and said the old words. Not because I believed in them, but he was my friend. And he was dead. And they were the only words I knew. And for the first time in my life, the Lord replied. Beric's eyes opened, and I knew the truth. Our God is the one true God, and all men must serve him.
When we had feasts, my family would sit up here, and I'd sit down there.
Could have been worse, Jon Snow. You had a family. You had feasts.
You're right. I was luckier than most.
Do you like it?
He's beautiful. Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Will you make me a doe too? So that he can have company?
Of course I will.
But why am I getting a present?
Because you deserve it. Tell him. Tell him who it belonged to.
The Princess Shireen.
Tell him what you did to her. Tell him!
We burned her at the stake.
Why?
The army was strapped, the horses were dying. It was the only way.
You burned a little girl alive!
I only do what my lord commands.
If he commands you to burn children, your lord is evil!
We are standing here because of him. Jon Snow is alive because the Lord willed it.
I loved that girl, like she was my own. She was good, she was kind, and you killed her!
So did her father.
So there's power in King's blood.
She's going to kill him.
Sacrifice him.
Forgive me, Your Grace, I'm not a lettered man, but is there a difference between kill and sacrifice? The boy's your nephew.
What of it? We're at war. Why should I spare the son of some tavern slut Robert bedded one drunken night?
Because he has your blood in his veins.
So did Renly.
Renly wronged you. Renly declared himself king when the throne belonged to you. He raised an army, stole your bannermen. This boy's done you no harm. He's an innocent.
How many boys live in Westeros? How many girls? How many men? How many women? The darkness will devour them all, she says, the night that never ends. Unless I triumph. I never asked for this, no more than I asked to be king. We do not choose our destiny. But we must do our duty, no? Great or small, we must do our duty. What's one bastard boy against a kingdom?
So did her mother. Her own blood knew it was the only way.
The only way for what? They all died anyway. You told everyone Stannis was the one. You had him believe in it. All of them fooled. And you lied.
I didn't lie. I was wrong.
Aye. You were wrong. How many died because you were wrong?
I saw a vision in the flames. Great battle in the snow. I saw it. And you saw whatever she gave birth to. I never believed, but when you see the truth, when it's right there in front of you, as real as these iron bars, how can you deny her God is real?
Please, let me see my father! Father, where are you? Don't let her do this! Please, let go! Let me see my father! Where are you, please?
It's what the Lord wants.
Stop! Please!
It's a good thing.
No!
A great
Stop!
thing.
Stop! Please!
Hear us now, my lord.
You can't do
To
this!
you we offer up this girl,
Please!
that you may cleanse her with your fire, and that its light may lead our way.
Please! No, please, let me see my father!
If we don't act, we'll all starve here. All of us. But if we make this sacrifice...
Accept this token of our faith, my lord, and lead us from the darkness. Lord of light, show us the way.
Mother, please! Mother, please! Mother! Mother!
I can't.
There's no other way. She's King's blood.
Please,
Lord of light, protect us.
please!
For
Father!
the night is dark and full of
Mother,
terrors.
please! Mother! Mother, don't do this, please! Mother, no, please! Please help! Don't do this! Please, Father! Mother, help! Please. Don't do this! Don't do this, please, Mother! Please, Mother! Mother, help! Mother, help! Help! Please don't do this, Mother! Please! Please, Mother, please! Please, no! Please!
Euron, your servant, be born again from the sea as you were. Bless him with sword. Bless him with stone. Bless him with steel. Listen to the waves. Listen to the god. He is speaking to us, and he says, we shall have no king but Euron Greyjoy. Let the sea wash your follies and your vanities away. Let the old Euron drown. Let his lungs fill with sea water. Let the fish eat the scales off his eyes. What is dead may never die, but rises again harder and stronger.
What is dead may never die. What is dead may never die.
Sides of the Seven, I hereby seal these two souls, binding them as one for eternity. Look upon one another and say the words.
Father, smith, warrior, mother, maiden, crone, stranger. I am hers, and she is mine, from this day until the end of my days.
I prayed for my son Bran to survive his fall. Many years before that, one of the boys came down with the pox. Maester Lewin said if he made it through the night, he'd live. But it would be a very long night. So I sat with him all through the darkness. Listened to his ragged little breaths. His coughing, his whimpering.
Which boy?
Jon Snow. When my husband brought that baby home from the war, I couldn't bear to look at him. I didn't want to see those brown stranger's eyes staring up at me. So I prayed to the gods. Take him away. Make him die. He got the pox. And I knew I was the worst woman who ever lived. A murderer. I'd condemned this poor, innocent child to a horrible death. All because I was jealous of his mother. A woman he didn't even know. So I prayed to all 7 gods. Let the boy live. Let him live. And I'll love him. I'll be a mother to him. I'll beg my husband to give him a true name. To call him Stark and be done with it. To make him one of us.
And he lived.
And he lived. And I couldn't keep my promise.
Promise me, Ned.
And everything that's happened since then. All this horror that's come to my family. It's all because I couldn't love a motherless child.
You want to take your vow before a heart tree, as your uncle did?
Yes, my lord.
You found a werewood a mile north of the wall. And your old gods too, maybe.
My lord, might I go as well?
Does House Tarly keep the old gods?
No, my lord. I was named in the light of the Seven, as my father was and his father before him.
Why would you forsake the gods of your father and your house?
The Night's Watch is my house now. The Seven have never answered my prayers. Perhaps the old gods will.
As you wish.
Hear my words and bear witness to my vow. Night gathers, and now my watch begins. It shall not end until my death. I shall take no wife, hold no lands, father no children.
A raven flies from the north to the sea. A dragon whispers her name in the east. A cold giant throne holds a boy barely grown, a crown placed in lies. You win or you die.
Jalan natti harianni.
شني هاتمي فزا كوي فيني هاتمي فزا فيني فيشي راون فيني فيشي راونات عشيش ما تريفك نفك مسوي عشيش رجاج عجلاني
ما شيش جاجي امر لا ترشيسا جلاني وميرون يشيش انها است فيجو فون ميمجي فو هيلم اجاجنان اجا ايرادي
شنو هتيف شفتي
يشيش ما يتراريرو اتراريرو جياري جاني انا فونوسوك جينيكو اتي امانا سيكور سواريدي يجيل عنا دياري از نزاق عنا ديسي ما عنا زورو نسابو وصليك ما تجيني اتراريرو عشان فدري باك ماشي كي برايت
until the sun rises in the west and sets in the east, until the rivers run dry and the mountains blow in the wind like leaves.
A young man walks beside a girl across a flowered field. Spring has come, and this girl is his life. He prays. A child climbs a tree to watch the sunset over the fields. Summer is ending, and the harvest is life for his village. He prays. A hunter tracks a boar through the woods. Winter is coming, and this boar is life for his family. He prays. But to whom do they pray? The world has as many answers as there are men to answer. But walk far enough, climb high enough, hunt long enough, and a man shall find only one God, with many faces. In the faith of the Seven, he is the stranger who guides men from this life to the next. Few seek his favor, or at least, few realize that they do. In the north of Westeros, he is one of the nameless old gods, staring out from the weirwood trees and the snow. In the Iron Islands, he is the drowned god, calling men down to his watery hall. What is dead may never die, but rises again, harder and stronger. In the Far East, he is the Lion of Night, who fathered the world's first emperor on the Maiden Maid of Light, and whose wrath nearly ended the world. In Volantis, he is the Lord of Light, whose followers feed men to the flames to beg his favor. In Lys, he is the weeping lady who sheds her tears for the living, soon to die. In Qohor, he is the black goat, and he feeds on blood offerings every day. On holy days, he is offered condemned criminals, and in times of great crisis, he may even be offered the noblest children of the city to beg his protection. Does he accept their gift? Well, the city still stands. For the poor, he is the hooded wayfarer. For soldiers, he is Bacalon, the pale child. For sailors, he is the moon pale maiden and the Merling king. In the house of black and white, however, he is all of them, and none of them. He is the many-faced god, and wherever a man turns, there he is. Men come from every corner of the world to know him, to beg his favor and seek his gift, for themselves, if their life has grown too hard, or for others who are making it so. It is all the same to the many-faced god. Vala Dohaeris, all men must serve him, beggars and kings. Vala Morgulis, all men must die, good and evil. Men worship as they will, but at the end of every road stands the many-faced god, waiting